Spiders coming to the game. New threat in Mauritania. Let's just watch the video straight away, and then we'll get into the blog, because I love these animations. It's a minute long. Can't full screen it for some reason. So, hopefully there's sound. Look at that. He's running. Now, it's probably important to note straight away that he's... Let's go back a little bit here. Look at this. Normal Slayer helmet. No blood torva. This guy's a fucking loser. Okay, he's a noob. No Zuck helm, nothing. So we can already tell the difficulty here isn't very good. And the player, or the animator, I guess, isn't very skilled at the game. Yeah, this is some basic bitch content coming. Credit card warrior for sure. Inferno Cape, that's paid for. He used Fat Boy's link there to pay for that, 100%. Prims, Ferocious, a Blood Fury. People that use the Blood Fury are people that are scared of death. Okay. All right, we have cum. There's more cum in this boss. There's another cum boss. This is good. Hopefully it's not as bad as Akka. We've got green cum, and we have the hole. That's more action than I've had in years, dude. I'm fucking keen for that. I mean, that's not bad. Not bad. Green cum tastes better. Shrek is good. Araxxor. So is... Oh, Araxxor the Araxxid. Okay, Araxxidi. Gotcha, okay. Coming soon. No date official. But another spider. Looking forward to that. So what does that mean? If the title sounds familiar, you've either been around a really long time, or you happen to play Runescape. Well, good for us. We're Runescape players. Oh, two, sorry. My bad. I'm not very good at sentences today. I want to wish you a happy belated Father's Day. Thank you, Putty. Appreciate that, mate. The arachnoid antagonist arrived in our sister game almost a decade ago. Sister game implying RuneScape 3? Would that be correct? I would assume. Oh, yes, our sister game. Because if there's another sister, I want to know, is she hot? Is she single? Is it Easto's sister? Because she's fire, dude. Got my little sister to try osrs. Came back to this last night. Whoever it was that gave her 150k full INT, thank you. You made her night. What the fuck? That's the first search when you type osrs sister game. It is RS3? Okay. Alright. Almost a decade ago, where he resides in the aptly named Araxxidi hive beneath the haunted woods. That's where the similarities end. We're afraid this is not a backport from the RuneScape boss. Right, so let's knock this on the head now. A lot of people, well, when I say a lot, there was at least 3 people in this chat so far. We've been live for an hour and a half. And three people at least has said they don't like that it's from RuneScape 3. That's unoriginal. You have the same name, that's it. And possibly the same area under the Haunted Woods. So don't worry about it being like RS3. This is a completely original concept beyond the name and the design, which I think is fair. I mean, they have similar lore and similar games, and I mean, why not draw inspiration from RS3, bring it to Oldschool RuneScape? Why would you reinvent the wheel when it's already half designed? Like, there's no point, okay? So that's totally cool, and if they're not backporting it, then that's great. That means they can go ham as developers and make a whole new boss for us. We've given the old Cobbler's Nightmare an all-new old-school spin, and today you're getting the first look. That's good. Next was RS3, yep. Goldbore's Dungeon is in RS3. It wasn't in Oldschool RuneScape originally, now it is. So there's lots of different bits of content that comes over from the game. We've been waiting to add Araxxor since the release of the Night of the Theatre. Makes sense, because in that quest you have to go to the little web hive, don't you? You'll have encountered Araxxites there during the segment when you've obtained some strange spider eggs, although some of the eagle-eyed among you figured out that these weren't spiders at all. Don't actually care about the lore. Let's move on to the fight. That's a pretty cool boss. I think the color scheme is excellent. And yes, it's another spider, but so what? That's fucking beautiful, mate. I love it. I mean, that looks fucking great. How do I get rid of this shit? There it is. Sorry. I'm used to closing porn tabs with the wrong, whatever it's called, configuration. Slayer bosses can be tricky, as we learned with our last offering, the Alchemical Hydra. Well, I don't know if tricky is the correct word, right? Because what Slayer bosses do you have? You have the Kraken, which is just point and click with a fishing explosive. You've got the Abyssal Sire, which I would say is probably the most difficult Slayer boss in the game. You've got Grotesque Guardians, which used to be really shit because there was like 3 minutes of animations. Now it's like, it's a lot faster. It's very mid-game, very mid-level, and a lot of unnecessary damage you can't really avoid. You've got Cerberus, which is the worst designed Slayer boss in the game because it's just heavily taxing on resources for absolutely no reason, even when you pray correctly. And his auto attacks are just way too powerful for what he is. And you've got the Alchemical Hydra, which is fun but incredibly repetitive and does get boring after, you know, one Slayer task, half a Slayer task. So, tricky, I don't know. Tricky to get right as a developer, sure. Need to be interesting enough to feel engaging without being so tricky that they become a boring grind. I think the boring grind part comes from... I mean, that's probably where the Abyssal Sire falls more than anything, right? Eldermore creeping up more? No idea. Of course, they also need to reward you for all the time you spent leveling Slayer so far, like the Hydra does. Unfortunately, Cerberus does not. As a customary, we're not divulging every mechanic Araxxor has. That's totally fine, makes sense. We want to assure you that Araxxor is not as tough as the Awakened Desert Treasure 2 bosses or the Faultless Colosseum. Bear in mind it says Awakened. The normal Desert Treasure 2 bosses are already quite difficult bosses, like for the average player, a lot of casual players. Vardavus absolutely fucks you, regardless, for no reason, half the time. Whisperer is, like, a bit of a time crunch, a DPS crunch, especially during the end phase. Leviathan is fucked if you don't slow the cunt down, and the Duke is just fat. So, I think if he's going to be around Desert Treasure 2 difficulty, that's kind of good, especially if you're going to get rewarded heavily for it. They should lower the Slayer requirement for Serb and Smoke Devils. Well, it doesn't matter what you think, Blues. Oh yeah, Smoke Devil's another Slayer boss, I forgot about that. Instead, you control the difficulty of the fight yourself. Choose to deal proactively with Araxxor's minions before they hatch, and you'll have an easier but slower time. Set them loose, and you'll kill Araxxor faster, but only if you survive the onslaught. So it's kind of like Venenatus and Spindo in a sense that if you don't kill the little spiders, you can kill Venenatus. I guess you could argue faster, but not so much at the same time, because if you don't kill the little spiders, you're just going to get absolutely deleted through fucking prayer. So similar like direction of content though, where it will summon little spiders and you have to take control of them. Over in this boss, I imagine it's more of an option. The fight features all the mechanics you'd expect from a big old spider. Small spiders, venomous acid, ferocious fangs, and more legs than you can count. It's a melee-focused encounter. Unfortunately, we haven't yet released any oversized boots, so you have to settle for the next best spider splatter. I don't know what that means at all. Olm's movement seems super smooth, updated. I don't know. I think Fergo said that yesterday too. I'm not sure. Have you done a quest tier list? Yeah, I think I did. To say more, any more reveal too much? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, let's move on. The spoils, here we go. Broadly speaking, boss rewards are split up into untradables, consumables, and unique equipment. Araxxor has something in all three categories, as he should, so we'll work our way through them in that order. Step 1, untradable rewards. Our first untradable is the Araxxor head. This is essentially an Araxxor-themed equivalent of the Cowfight Queen or Hydra head, and is primarily used case by creating a Slayer helmet that'll send your enemies scurrying for cover. I think that looks actually pretty dope. It's not too bad of a helmet, I'll be honest with you. It's probably one of the better ones. It looks better than the Master Combat Task Theater of Blood one. That's pretty sick. In the real world, a waist-high spider following you around would be cause for concern. In RuneScape, however, we love all kinds of pets, and after beating Araxxor, you might just walk away with a buggy buddy of your own. It's not just this not so scary spider looks equal parts angry and drop dead adorable. We can't wait to give him a cuddle, maybe. Is it both? Like, can you change it between both? Because that little fat cunt looks awesome, but that's one-to-one. That's a big pet. That's a big boy. Gonna throw up, I need him right now. Yeah, every single woman that plays RuneScape is gonna shit their pants. Women don't shit, to be fair. Like, just to put that out there. For the first time ever, for this pet, 100%. That's a fucking sick design. 1-to-1 though? Yeah, so it's like half the size here. It looks like you might be able to switch between them. You got the Araxxito/Arachnocini. It's pretty cool. It's brewed from Dota? A little bit, yeah. Yeah, that's a sick pet. That's awesome. Our final untradable is the Jar of Venom, which might seem a bit odd because of our other jar items have been tradable. This puts them in a weird spot of being a rare flex cosmetic that you can purchase for a relatively inconsequential price. And for the jar venom, we want to try something a bit more exclusive. Okay, in fact, that's our thinking. For all 3 of these untradables, which will appear on 3 tiers of rarity, the most common will be the head, followed by the jar, and then the rarest is the pet. Makes sense. We're curious to hear what you think of this proposal. So is the jar's going to be untradable. They were meant to, I think jars used to be untradable, right? Then they made them tradable because they fucked up with Skatizo. Is that right? Or is it the other way around? I'm fine with them making jars untradable. They accidentally made them tradable with the Kraken or something, I think, right? There's been an untradable jar before. They fucked up a long time ago. I think they brought Skatizo into the game with a tradable jar, or it was the Kraken that had the first untradable jar, and people were buying them. They should be untradable. They should be, but they fucked up because I think it was the Kraken, right? They just changed it and made all jars tradable. And then they had an untradable one, or they accidentally put one tradable one in, and then it was just like making more tradable now because people were just buying them, and then there was no like sense of gaining it. So this would be the first untradable jar again if they're reverting it, which is cool. You can't make the tradable ones untradable now; it's too late. Consumable rewards. After all that pet hunting, you're gonna want a snack. Okay, so what are they doing here? They've got the Araxxor venom gland. Believe it or not, this is a consumable and will deal 4 venom damage while curing and providing 20 seconds of immunity to venom. It may be gross, but it's a nice trick to have in your back pocket when you're trying to extend a trip to Araxxor without banking to grab more anti-venom potions plus. Okay. 20 seconds, I don't know if that... I mean, it depends how the boss fight goes. 20 seconds doesn't seem like a long time. Incidentally, the venom gland can also be used to brew the extended anti-venom potion at level XX Herbalore. They should make that at level 101 Herbalore, forcing you to boost even when you're maxed to make them. They should start introducing that shit to the game. That'd be cool. I like that, though. Very nice. Regular anti-venom potions provide 3 minutes, so this will give you 6 minutes, which is 24 minutes of venom immunity per inventory. Big, like, sure. About time. That's great. So whole, like, Serp helms are going to go up. Yeah, sounds like Serp helms are probably going to go up in price. Probably already merged, to be honest. We'll also throw some teleport scrolls in there to get yourself back to the Araxxor quickly after banking. Makes sense, just like Cerberus. Fairly common. Awesome. Unique equipment rewards. All right, we've got the Areola boots, which they look nice. They're black and white and grey and purple. It's very good. These unconventional kicks are set to be crafted from a somewhat rare drop. They offer some serviceable tribrid stats, but come with an added ability which grant occasional immunity to spider webs. Right. 5 magic, 6 range, 2 strength. Kind of dog shit. Assuming you haven't negated the effects of a spider web in the last 10 seconds, the Areola boots will grant you immunity to the next web you walk on. I mean, avoiding a punishing mistake against Verzik. Nah. Saving some energy in Venenatus. Possibly. Perhaps preventing Strachner's binding webs. I mean, people are already doing that with the Ring of Stone. The Verzik one, the web is completely avoidable, so you wouldn't ever take the boots in there. Yeah, you wouldn't do that. But in the wilderness, these would actually be pretty nice. I don't know if it'd be better for PKs or not, but they'd be pretty fucking sick. Better than Dragon Boots? No, not really. They could actually be pretty good for, like, PKing. If you go, like, singles plus PKing. I would say. Learning Verzik could be useful. No, if you're learning Verzik, you shouldn't... No, that's a bad idea. Taking these to Verzik to learn in case you get caught in webs is not what you should do. You should learn properly. And you shouldn't be given the opportunity to fuck up and be okay when you fuck up in there, because... what will happen is it's less about you getting caught in webs. It's more about you getting your entire team fucking killed. You shouldn't worry about that, to be honest. Normally, if you fuck up running webs, it's your teammates that get caught in the webs. These are PKing once they go down a bit. Yeah, absolutely. If you're learning Verzik, it's often your teammates you fuck over. They're supposed to be untradeable, but they fucked it and never changed it back. Yeah, that's right, Saltwater. You're all good. You can deliberately get some someone caught in Verzik's webs, then clown them by wearing the boots. Yeah, you could do that actually. Pretty good for trolling. Why can't they just make a good boot slot? I reckon eventually what they're going to do is give us upgrades to the Cerberus boots one day. But like they did with Dagon King rings and stuff. But like this isn't the sort of boss to give you like brand new boots in all 3 categories. So I wouldn't worry about it. But I mean, I think in the wilderness this would be pretty decent for sure. Alright, Noxious Halberd. I like a new halberd. The trusty halberd, long gone are that don't care about the law. It's time to change that with the Noxious Halberd by offering up a halberd whose primary use is as a DPS weapon. That's a lot of damage. 132 slash. Let me pull up the old crystal halberd. What do we got here? What you got in the menu there that looks good? Alright, crystal halberd has 100... Oh, god damn! Okay. Crystal halberd is... So this new halberd is going to be 22 more accurate on slash, 5 less accurate on stab. I have 0 defensive stats. It's going to be an extra, what, 24 strength? And it's going to be 5 tick. Instead of what, 7 or some shit. What's this? This is a 7 tick attack weapon, right? 7 or 8 or some bullshit. It's super slow. So that's fucking dirty. Okay. That's good. That's massive, dude. Would slap at Duke, right? Yeah, this is fuck Duke. Probably fuck Vardavis as well. Absolutely. Rest in peace to the sorry per axe, dude. Yeah. Okay, it's DPS is similar to the Blade of Saldor. So this would be better than... Okay, no, it won't... Okay, yeah, fair enough. It won't be better than the sorry per axe then. Its 5 tick attack speed means it scales worse with gear than 4 tick blade. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, and it's going to be 2-handed, so you won't get a defender off, of course. On top of its raw stats, you'll have a 33% chance to swing... Per swing to inflict venom on your target. Straight up venom. Assuming it isn't immune, which increases to 50% when using the Slayer Helm. So it just gets poisoned completely. All this means the Noxious Halberd packs a pretty punch, but also sports a special attack. What's the special attack? 60%. Cure you of any poison or venom. Buffs your next attack's accuracy and damage by a % based on how severely poisoned you were. Okay. I'm trying to think where the fuck that's like going to be useful, other than I guess maybe this boss. Right? You're intentionally going to want to not use anti-venoms or Serp Helms or anti-poisons to make that useful. In Cox? Cox doesn't have powerful poison damage. Cowfight? No, no. What you're going to want to do is be venomed, and you want to stack venom as high as possible. Like, you want to take 30 venom damage, then spec, and you're going to have... Your next attack's going to have 30% increased attack accuracy and damage, right? Zora? Zora's not good because your damage is capped at 50 at Zora anyway. Vorkarth, possibly. Vorkarth, ironically, might be a good spot. You can't hit Zora with a halberd, no. Can't use Serp Helm to use the spec, but they added the Serp Helm venom bonus. Contradictory weapon. Yeah, it is a bit silly, isn't it? I'm sure they'll change that, absolutely. The potion inflicts venom on you. Yeah, but then it cures you of venom. Right? It will deal 4 venom damage while curing and providing 20 seconds of immunity to venom. You take 4 damage of venom, and then you cure yourself. What about Zabak? That'd be what? Zabak's poison is only 2 damage. Right? Risky anti-PKing. You could argue that for sure. Someone brings a Staff of the Dead. Toxic Staff. But like that sounds it might, I mean, unless this boss like can fuck you somehow. It sounds like this boss might venom you pretty well and be pretty naughty. So it might be really good there. But like I think it's designed to just be a good weapon to swing anyway. We still intend for it to be DPS focused rather than a spec weapon. So that's the main thing to take away from it, right? Is that it's not really about the spec, it's more about the damage in the weapon. The special will round out to the halberd utility and hopefully add an extra use case or two. It's gonna be a niche spec. I would say you could probably use it in like you could probably use it at Vorkarth, but you wouldn't, right? Have it better than Fang of Vorkarth? Probably not. But Fang of Vorkarth's dog shit anyway. For For 60% of your special attack energy, you can cure any poison or venom you're inflicted with and increase your next attack's damage and accuracy by that percentage. For example, if you're about to be hit for a 20 venom damage, you can use a special to cure yourself and boost your next attack's accuracy and damage by 20%. Basically, what you're going to want to do is get venomed, right? And you're going to want to have that venom on you until it's like dealing 50 damage, okay? And then you want to eat up to 99 health. And then, is there a cap on venom? Can it deal 50 if you eat long enough? It probably could, right? Or it'll probably, it should be able to. And then you want to enter like the Fasani Nightmare at the start, and at your first attack, you want to spec her and have 50% increased damage and hit her for 0 because you missed, and then teleport out and try again. Baba room into Baba? Maybe, it's slash, you gotta remember that. They wrote it in the blog that they don't want to make the spec the focus of the weapon. The habit might go hard and tob. It might do, but if it might be better to bring a whip or a fang. I'm not sure yet. Well, not a fang for soap, but otherwise it might be though. Yeah. P2 Verzik. You don't want to use it in like P2 Verzik. No. I mean, you can. You just step out and you just do everything one tile further back, but it's not much point because you'll just get hit. Hard mode tob. In hard mode Verzik. You're telling me you think this might be useful in P2 Verzik. You think it's worth tanking a poison hit to then take 6 poison damage to get 6% extra accuracy and damage? I don't think the spec is going to be that powerful in many places. It's not going to be worth it for 60% spec. You're better off just dumping claws, for sure. Turn that shit off. How valuable is the Habit's extra attack range? Since it's a unique feature of the weapon, it's harder to compare than a simple strength or slash bonus. Could make all the difference in Verzik's second phase or when staying further away from a burning teammate. In the Great Olm's Chamber, we want to know where you would be excited to use the halberd. I would probably say like Lizardman Shamans, because they have really damaging poison, would be a good spot. Otherwise, I don't know, like, we'll have to see. Been trying real hard to make getting poisoned into a counterplay with the new pro ideas, and now there seems weird making a debuff into a buff. I don't know how to feel about it. I don't even know if it can work, man. Does this attack 2... Is this 2 hit splits at a time or 1? It's a habit that hits once, right? Shame because the weapon would be good at Krill, but new Firelight coming. Yeah, I mean, this weapon should be powerful regardless, just as a weapon. They're saying to just DPS P2 Verzik and kill purple crabs. Yeah, probably. It's a weapon for cute noobs to safe spot Satas. Yeah, you could definitely do that. There's nothing wrong with them trying, but we'll see how... I mean, look, everyone thought the same thing about the Venator bow when it came to the game, and that bow is fucking amazing. Amulet of Rancor. We have the Amulet of Rancor, which supersedes the Amulet of Torture as the best in slot melee amulet and will be a rare drop from Araxxor. Compared to the other amulet slot offerings, Torture wasn't that far ahead of the Fury. Oh, dude, don't say things like that. People like No Monkey and other people in this game that can't, like, that don't have a brain will shit their pants. How dare you talk shit about DPS? Dude, I've been saying for ages the Fury is fucking, like, the Torture is dog shit over the Fury. Here we go, let's have a look. Let's compare stats. You're getting an extra 5 accuracy, an extra 2 strength, and that's it. That's not bad. Considering if you go then Amulet of _ Fury. Over the Fury, you're losing all the defensive stats, but you're getting an extra 10 accuracy, an extra 4 strength, and you're losing 3 press. That's not bad. That's pretty cool. It's OP as fuck. I don't think that's that OP. I think that's fine. I mean, it's pretty much wearing Ferocious Gloves over Barrow's Gloves, basically, over the Torture. That's nice though. I think 4 strength is 1 strength bonus because worth over other stats. That wasn't English. Fury to Rancor would be a big jump. Yes, Fury to Rancor is very big. Mixed HUD would be even better now. Throw yourself off a cliff, cunt. One less cancer's any to get on an iron. Yeah, fair enough. Compared to the Amulet of Torture, the Amulet of Rancor offers +5 slash. Yep, okay, that's cool. The only requirement to equip this nifty necklace is 90 HP, easy, which is a stretch beyond the requirements for the Zenite jewelry. While many of you will be able to buy and trade these, we know Irons are interested to know how they'll make one. The Zenite amulet from the Amulet of Torture can be made. Requires a whopping 98 crafting, which doesn't leave a lot of room for requirements in increase. Instead, the crafting requirement for the Amulet of Rancor will be in the 80s, since we can expect it's easier to work with nice squishy spider parts than a precious gemstone. So it's better, easier to make, probably not as easy to get. Like, that's probably going to be pretty rare. Yeah. People might have a problem with... Non-Ironman will probably have a problem with that 80s thing, but yeah, shit. That's cool. I will happily not grind a torture if I can grind that instead, for sure. Torture should be used to make it. Yeah, that would be cool if you had to use a torture... If it required the 80s, but you had to use a torture anyway. Like, it just, like, you attach it to a torture. That'd be pretty cool. That way you still have to grind out the 98 crafting, and then you're not, like, interfering, but... I guess it doesn't really matter, eh? Running Nightmare today? Yeah, we'll do some raids first, though. Oh, we got a survey. Awesome. Abort you. We currently play an Ironman more than anything. What is your total level? We are sitting near max. Slayer level is... well, I mean, I've maxed it on, like, many accounts, so we'll go max. Type of content do you mainly participate? Can this... Why is this so... Why are we scrolling in... There we go. That's better. Okay, we pretty much do everything at the moment, unfortunately. Oh, except quests, because we finished that shit. What platform do you mainly play on? The desktop. Which is your favorite Slayer boss? Ugh, fuck. I don't have a favorite. Have you ever engaged in Runescape's version? No, I have not. Alright, this question contains a number of statements about the general approach, okay? More Slayer bosses should be added to Oldschool. Yeah, I think they absolutely should. How do I scroll this shit? Give me some, there we go. Give me some sideways action. I absolutely think there should be more Slayer bosses, for sure. Non-boss Araxxor should be available as an alternative. What does that mean? Like little hydras compared to the alchemical hydra? For the task, not the drops. I would say it'd be like Hydra as alchemical. Then I would say yeah, provided they do it like that. Like because with the normal Hydras you can't get the claw, for example, right? So there's some things you have to be on task and fight the boss to get, like little krakens. Yeah. The level 92 Slayer is the fitting requirement for Araxxor Slayer task. I would have thought it'd be higher than the Hydra, but sure. Araxxor is a good candidate for a Slayer boss, absolutely. Fuck yeah, I like it. How would you likely vote on a poll question asking whether or not Araxxor should be added to the game as a Slayer boss option while on an Araxxor task? So basically, yes. They want to know if it's worth their time polling. This is the pre-poll to the poll. Interesting, yeah. Nice poll. How would you like to vote on a... How would you likely vote on a poll question asking whether or not regular Araxxor should be added to the game as multi-combat Slayer task? Ooh, I would say I don't know at the moment. Next. This is the pre-cum. Yeah, this is it. This is the pre-cum, boys. Alright, what do we got here? Araxxor should have a mix of untradeable, tradable, and consumable, tradable unique rewards. Absolutely, of course. All bosses should. An untradable item used to make an Araxxor thing. Helmet, yes. The pet, yes. Jar of venom, yes. Positive towards, yes. Untradable, yes. Makes sense for Jar of X to be untradable cosmetic items obtained more frequently than pets. Yes. The venom gland has a consumable that can... Yeah, whatever, that's fine. Yes, that's fine. If added, it makes sense to use the gland as an ingredient. Sure. Making extended anti-venom potions should require a higher herbal level than anti-venom plus. Why are you polling that? Of course. It's fucking linear progression. The number of rewards is satisfactory? Hell no! Give me more, dude! The rewards on offer seem appealing? Yes. Alright. That's cool. Is that it? Oh, here we go. Another one. Fuck me. The boots are suitable. Uncommon. Yes, because they're not going to be that good. They should grant immunity to web-based attacks. I would say yes, But like people are gonna just start like it's gonna be like the mixed hide and TOA. It's like, oh look, no monkey said it's best in slot. You have all the retards with 40 IQ running in there thinking they're gonna like complete content now. Noxious Halberd, assembled from various parts of the boss, is suitable rare drop. Oh, you need various rare parts. Okay, that's cool. The Halberd should be a DPS focused weapon rather than a spec DPS weapon. Yep. Yeah, yes, I would say so. I think we got enough spec weapons at the moment. We got the claws coming as well, the burning claws. The Noxious Halberd should have a special attack. I'm going to say no, it should not have a special attack. Proposed special attack is suitable. It's mid. The Halberd should have a chance to inflict venom on the target. Absolutely. I think that's more than enough. The Rancor should be suitable rare drop. Yep, 90 hit points. Yep. Creating the Amulet of Rancor should require... What the... I didn't click that. Require crafting below level 98. You know what, I'm going to go agree anyway. I'm fine with that. That's okay. Alright, the final question focused solely on the power level of combat-orientated rewards proposed. Let us know how you feel about each reward's power level. As that, what is this, fucking Dragon Ball Z? The boots are much weaker than what's proposed. The halberd seems good. The amulet seems good. Yeah, I think that's fine. Overall, how satisfied are you with the rewards we're proposing for Araxxor? I am quite satisfied, I'll be honest with you. No, very satisfied. That pet's badass. Let's submit it. Alright, submit, response, done. Looking forward to the pet, the boss and the pet. I'm going to make a prediction and say this comes out. Well, they're going to poll it first. I reckon we'll probably see this in August. During the subathon, maybe? Who knows? Do you want the boots stronger, not weaker? I said the boots look weaker than proposed. Oh, did I say I want them weaker than proposed? Did I do that backwards? Araxxor on Halloween? No, it should be here before Halloween. I reckon August time's probably ideal. It won't take them long to cook this up. We'll just need to wait for them to poll it. They'll probably start polling this like next week, week after. They can have this before August. Absolutely. I reckon that it won't take long to cook this up. That's easy as. That's cool. I like that.
This is the easiest room in the raid. It's quite simple. You got a big boy. Look at him. God damn. Fuck me. Look at that boy. It's huge. You got a big boy.